Coach Curry, congratulations on a big midweek win. Can we get your opening statement, please?
You bet. That was our most complete game this year by far. We've been hunting that type of game, regardless of the opponent. We've been trying to play that kind of game where our pitching, where our defense, and where our hitting were all clicking. And tonight, I think we saw for the first time this year what this ball club is capable of. Jack Klein started us off great. Didn't have his A stuff, but we talked about good pitchers can get people out when they don't have their best stuff. And then to hand the ball to McKnight and Stubber. Stubber, 4 strikeouts in 1 inning there because we had the wild pitch. Was just lights out. And what I loved about his demeanor was it didn't matter the score. There was no let up. And he pitched as if it was a 1-run game the entire time. Eric comes in and gets the strikeout in relief. And then offensively, our 3 through our 5 hole all had multiple base hits, a lot of doubles in there, a couple of home runs, 1 home run in the first inning that didn't go our way on the call. We'll leave it at that. And then 5 RBIs by Ty Rhoades. We challenged the guys to play with an edge. It was an important game to us because it's a rivalry game, and our team goals in the fall are win a conference championship, get to a regional, win your rivalry games, and then from there, it's how we conduct ourselves as young men. And so we'll play them again. We play other in-state schools. It's always good competition whenever you play a rival, and you can't really create that big game buzz and feel in the air any other way. And it's great to experience for our guys a game where a lot of people are paying attention to it and really want you to win.
Coach, you talked about coming off a big emotional series last week and answering the call. This week we see a different result. We come off the big sweep and we're still able to produce. What's it like in the changing from last week to this week in the locker room and with the team?
Yeah, it's a great point. If we had a great weekend on the road last weekend, and then we come out last Tuesday and we don't play well at all, and that was addressed in detail about you've got to be ready every day. Division I baseball, you've got to be ready, and so. Coming off a really great weekend where we were able to get a sweep, which is difficult to do, having a day off yesterday and not showing up flat. Of course, these guys were never going to show up flat, especially today. But, yeah, it's a great point. There's growth and maturity there of learning from last Tuesday.
And Jack Klein starting the game, pitching 2 2/3. We got Eric McKnight with 2 1/3 and Stubber with 2. Being able to rely on the bullpen and space out the innings and not have to rely too much on one pitcher seems to be a going trend for us. What is that like with your confidence in the bullpen?
We're trying to get the ball to our bullpen, and I haven't had too many years here where we wanted to get the ball to the bullpen. I can think of Donovan Buck and Justin Garcia, 2 all-conference relievers. But not many teams are that fortunate that you want to get the ball. It shortens the game on the front end for the starter. It brings calm to the dugout and the offense that if they could just get the lead and hand the ball to the bullpen, there are so many options and so many looks from different arm angles and stuff and velocities that we can match it pretty well. And there are a lot of good arms down there that still haven't thrown. And it doesn't mean we don't have confidence in them or don't think they can do the job. It's just it's early. It hasn't come around to them, but we're going to need them in a long season. But, last year, no disrespect to any of the former players, it was kind of the Stubber Weatherly show in the bullpen, and we pitched them to death down the stretch, and their tongues were kind of hanging out, so to speak, towards the end. And to shave those innings now, those add up and those pile up there at the end, especially for a starter like Haas on Saturday or Sunday. He could have gone and finished the 7th, but we were able to take him out at 89 pitches with full confidence of Weatherly down there to finish the game. And Weatherly gets to throw a short outing, and Haas gets to throw a short outing. So it's a great point, and the depth in the bullpen gives us all kinds of options.
5 on the spin, Coach. Is that enough to call a win streak?
I think so. More importantly than that, the 5 wins in a row is great. That's how you want to be playing. And we've got a difficult road series. Murray State is really good. They can really swing the bat. So that'll be an outstanding test, but I don't want to start thinking about that till tomorrow. But more importantly is how we're playing. The scoreboard changes. Sometimes you can't control the scoreboard, but if you look at one strikeout for our offense, 5 walks, and then 3 walks for their offense, and 10 strikeouts, no errors, clean baseball, timely hitting, especially in the clutch with runners on. That's what's most important to me, and those details and little things are what add up to taking care of the scoreboard.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Trojans.
Okay, we got Ty Rhoades and Austin Stubber.
Ty, you're from Jonesboro. Probably a personal matchup. A couple of high school teammates over there on the other side in that A-State team. Any extra motivation in the particular matchup?
Oh, for sure. Like anytime we get to play a rival in state, there's extra juice in the air, and everyone's just kind of ready to go, and everyone's locked in.
And a couple walks for you. Something that's been recurring all year is the plate discipline. It seemed like those were able to set up the big hits later, especially with the bases loaded and nowhere to put you. How much do you pride yourself in your ability to extend the at-bat and just be like a selfless offensive presence?
In the moment, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just in there hitting, not really, just kind of spaced out and just focus on the ball. That's pretty much about it.
And then Stubber, 6 strikeouts through 2 frames. Got 4 in that 6th inning off the drop third strike. Have you ever struck out 4 in an inning before?
Believe it or not, I have, but that was quite some time ago. But getting to do it in a college atmosphere, it's pretty cool. And, anytime I get to play with these guys, they put up 14 hits, 12 runs, it's a great time getting to play with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the changeup working all throughout, really all year, throwing it to anybody and everybody. Where'd you develop that pitch? Is that something that you've always had? Because it's been deadly all year.
Yeah, it kind of came about when I was at Hill College. My coach, Chris Fertiki, helped me play around with it, and it's become the go-to pitch, and I'm going to keep throwing it as long as it's playing down. It's playing pretty well.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.